What does your writing space look like? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the secret to getting in the writing zone and staying there. Welcome to Writing Tips for Kids, an educational video course for aspiring kid authors. My name's Nick Goss. I'm a self-published author and homeschool dad. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video as I'll be throwing in a bonus pro tip. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to get more writers' tips and content for aspiring kid authors. Here we go. Okay, so you're writing 100 words a day and you're coming up with amazing story ideas in the process. Let's say you have an idea and you want to turn that idea into a book. It's time to start writing. Writing's a long process, so be patient with yourself. You're not going to write a book in a day. It takes days, weeks, months, sometimes more to turn a great idea and turn it into a really amazing book. So tip number one is be patient with yourself. It's not going to happen in a day. You're not going to sit down and write out a whole book in one day. It's going to take some time. So be patient with yourself, and I promise it will pay off. Like plundering. Tip 2 is get into the writing zone on a daily basis. What's the writing zone? Well, the writing zone means two different things. One, it means the actual physical space where you write. That is your zone that you do nothing in but write. That's your writing zone. But it also means a certain state of mind where you're hyper focused, where you've written enough words, you've been writing long enough to where your mind is totally geared up. Your creative engine in your brain is totally revved up and you're 100% focused on the idea that you've started writing. Normally it takes about half an hour to an hour of writing to really get into that mindset, to get into that focused state that I call the writing zone. And that period of time, that half hour to an hour of warming up writing, I call it the warm-up phase, where you're just moving your fingers, you're trying to get your 100 words a day or your 200 words a day. You just start typing to get the creative engine going. And as you do that, your brain really starts to rev up. You start to block out all your distractions, and then you get into that writing zone where you wouldn't hear a bomb go off right behind you in that writing zone. You block everything out totally, and it happens naturally after you've done enough warm-up. After you've written your 100 words or 200 words or 500 words, as you force yourself to get through your word count, eventually you will get into that writing zone, that mindset where you can just block everything out. And it's the most amazing feeling in the world, because when you're in the writing zone, you'll write twice as many words in 1 hour of being in the writing zone than you would in an hour of your warm-up. So your warm-up is just to get you in the zone. And then once you're in the zone, you're gonna double your word count and get a lot more of your story on the screen or on the paper. So there's the warm-up phase and the writing zone. The warm-up phase is going to take time, and if it takes you a little longer than a half hour to an hour, that's okay. That's okay. Just get in the habit of sitting down and writing your 100 words a day, and eventually you'll learn that you'll start getting through the warm-up phase quicker and into that writing zone mindset. Here's how I get through the warm-up phase quickly and get into the writing zone. Number one, type in the same place every day. Every time you write your 100 words, make sure it's in one place, and it's the same place that you go to every day. And nothing else in that space happens except you writing. Number two, remove distractions. So there's nothing in this writing space but you, your keyboard and your screen, or your journal. Make sure you remove any screens, right, smartphones, TVs, right, toys, Legos, and cannonballs. No cannonballs. Cutlasses. No cutlasses. Barnacles. Not even barnacles. What about rum? Definitely no rum.
How dare you?
And nothing else ever happens in that space except you writing. It's your place to retreat to create and write. Like me crow's nest. Yes, kind of like a crow's nest. Right up top. Number three, headphones and music. That's what I do. I put on headphones. They're noise-canceling headphones. Sometimes I don't have music at all, but I still put headphones on to block out any sounds around me that could distract me, like pirates singing.
How dare you?
Put on headphones when you write. Block out noises that can distract you. If you want to have music, I do sometimes often. If you're going to choose music to listen to while you're writing, make sure it's instrumental music that matches the emotions or feelings that you're writing about in your chapter or your scene.
Like sea shanties.
I wouldn't recommend sea shanties.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor?
That is exactly what you don't want to have to listen to while you're trying to write.
Early in the morning.
That's enough.
There. How dare you?
Alright, here is your bonus pro tip. Go to zapsplat.com to download royalty-free music of all different types, all different genres that you can listen to while you're writing. They have action music, they have very emotional music, they have silly music, cartoon music, they have a whole range of free MP3 downloads. As a matter of fact, I use Zapsplat for all of my videos. I can download that and use that royalty-free. What that means is you don't have to pay for it. It's free music and it's all instrumental. Well, most of it's instrumental. Check with your parents first, make sure it's okay with them, but go to zapsplat.com. I'm putting the link to zapsplat.com in the description of this video. Check them out. It's great music. Well, that's it for this video. If you're a parent and you'd like to contact me about your child's writing, you can find us on our Facebook page called The Travelers League, or you can send me an email, travelersleague@gmail.com. Bye for now.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? There. How dare you?